Hey yo pretty people, my name is Zloyxp. This is decidedly vanilla. In the previous episode we sketched up our pirate ship of wonders to rain the 1.14 update once it comes out, and by the end of this episode, one way or another, we will have it here in the survival world. All the materials are gathered, everything's ready, I am absolutely winging it. Let's do this. Whoops, wait a second, forgot to put the concrete powder into the actual concrete. Yep, now we're fine. And that's the way we do it, guys. In a single 2-minute time lapse that probably bored half of you to death, despite, you know, just the sheer scale of this project. Okay, this took almost an entire day for me. And I'm not the speediest of builders, granted. Besides, this included a lot of back and forth and a lot of copying, like from the left side of the ship to the right one, to ensure that it is ultimately symmetrical. And you can tell that several issues from the actual draft in the creative world ended up being on the survival version too. Particularly the buttocks, the rear of the ship, which you guys absolutely told me the proper name for, and I absolutely forgotten it while working on it because of freaking course. All I remember is that someone commented about poop deck being somewhere in the back of the ship, and yes, they are absolutely right. And yes, I was planning to actually add a poop deck to the back of the ship because on top of, you know, serving a pretty good function, it actually kind of looks pretty nifty when you really look at all these ships. But at the same time, a much better, in my personal opinion, idea kind of came to my brain, came to me as I was working out how to progress this ship project. And yeah, I think you're gonna love it. See, this is how large scale for me, particularly. Like, I'm not really a large scale builder, but this particular project is just so large scale for me at the moment. I can't even figure out a good vantage point. Oh my god, I'm alive, I'm fine, don't worry. Yeah, I can't even figure out a good vantage point to look at it. More or less like talk about it. And yeah, when I really like dig my eyes into it, you can see kind of a couple of mistakes here and there, maybe some general, you know, concept misunderstandings, like the bottom, the underwater like line. The water line might be too low, and the lower part of the ship might be tiny bit too round. But remember, this is a very big size, very sizable vessel, and basically at this point in time it kind of more resembles a modern tanker rather than an actual medieval time, you know, ship, with the ones that usually go with sails. And there are two ways of us actually incorporating that kind of thing into it. And first way is, of course, to just say that, okay, this is just a tanker, and that's fine. But the other way that I really like more is just looking at it and tweaking it here and there and saying, okay, this is a gas-powered flying vessel. We do not have to make it accurate to historical blueprints. So yeah, I will definitely off camera and sometime later, when my head will not be burning from just the amount of work I already did on this, modify the nose to be more streamlined, dig out the upper area on top of the ship, just so the sails actually have somewhere to go. Incorporate more yellow, because I haven't bothered to get any yellow into design just yet. Just like I didn't bother to incorporate any of the actual orange skulls made out of orange, well, red concrete stairs into the actual, you know, the insignias on the side of the ship. All that is yet to come, and all that is a bit of a hassle. But one idea that I think everyone's gonna like, and I think I like myself very much, is to utilize the buttocks, the back side, the rear, the what's the name? I cannot remember for the life of me. The poop deck. Make the poop deck, the back of the ship, not just have more relief to it, not just come out more, but to actually be a giant screaming skull coming out of the ship's structure. That, I think, will be absolutely badass. Now, just looking at it, you can already kind of see where I'm coming from. This side is where there's usually a bit of a like half deck that you stand on, the one with like the steering wheel, the one with the captain's not apartment, captain's room, for the lack of a better word in my particular brain. Yeah, so this side will have to be raised anyway, so why not make this side a part, like somewhat of a backside of an actual skull coming this way, and having its mouth somewhere on this side, on this part of the ship. I think that will be absolutely amazing. And once we figure out how to like how to edit and design the area around it, it will be even better. But yeah, this already, honestly, I'm already pretty happy with how it, oh my god, I almost fell into the lava, how it turned out. I'm already ridiculously proud of myself despite having accomplished precisely nothing. I really feel like I'm a bit of an outsider and underdog on this particular server, seeing how everyone has already built so much cool and beautiful stuff, and I, on the other hand, have only built like one moderately sized project. That's not even pretty. That's not even that pretty, but nevertheless, this is something that I have accomplished. And if this game taught me anything about projects and things and screenshots and builds, it's that no matter like how it looks in the end, you have to feel tiny bit proud about it, if only just because you're the one who made it. So, in other words, this is your mistake, now live with it. No, I really am happy. I really am incredibly happy with how it turned out. Let me carefully get inside of the actual ship. There is no better way, sadly, at the moment. Well, there is, but not on this side. And we'll take a look at the insides of it just for a second. We now have a lower deck, which we can populate with whatever the heck we want. I was thinking mainly machinery, but truth be told, having here some kind of storage unit instead of actually having it there might make a tiny bit more sense. At the same time, this is probably where you would put the bedrooms for your crew, the bedrooms for our like people, the very people that we have at the moment, the very characters I have pulled from the previous seasons of Zloy Plays Survival Minecraft, and you know, the Water, the Enchanter, Witch, the Elizabeth Noonback, the Grandma Zombie that I had, and also General Afanasi, my old good golem buddy. All of them have yet to be discovered somewhere scattered across the friggin' map, so I'm yet to find any of them and pull to this actual base and forced into actually working for me. That's yet to come, but already it's better to have their you know, their rooms waiting for them before we actually encounter any of them. So I'm contemplating putting them all down here, because it seems like at one side the safest part of the ship, because that this deck is kind of, you know, tiny bit where you might want your weaponry, basically weapons, sticking out of the windows and all that kind of stuff. Plus, yeah, it's bound to be a tiny bit noisy and all that kind of crap. At the same time, the upper deck obviously is not suited for anyone to live on, specifically because gusts and stuff. But yeah, I'm just thinking out loud at this point, and I apologize if I'm rambling too much for your taste. I really am making this series a bit of a rambling one, and I don't mean to, but it's just every now and again it turns out, especially when I'm talking about stuff I'm really passionate about and around. And I really am really passionate about this particular project. So if you know what we could do to improve it, obviously outside of digging out the ceiling and putting actual sails on our sailboat, let me know in the comments. We will have to figure out a way to catch and entrap and force gusts into the engine of this particular flying vessel. We will need to maybe even get some kind of a steam engine in the down there of it, and maybe a couple of propellers just for the funsies. But at the same time, at this point, and let me know if this idea is to your liking. At this point, looking at all the 1.13 updates, maybe it would be better to just push this thing into another portal, into the overworld, and sploosh it right in the middle of the ocean. Just sploosh it the good old traditional way, and considering its size and considering its insides, really, just use it as a base, while for, you know, actual movement around, well, play pretend movement around, but you get the point. We would use a ship, a smaller vessel, basically a scout ship, which will actually fly. Well, actually, quote-unquote, actually, play pretend fly. Yeah, I'm thinking this especially because currently at the sea haven, and I don't know if you guys are watching everybody else's video, and I apologize for just trying it out. Let me actually stand in one place while I'm talking about. I don't know if you guys watch everyone else's videos, but there's been quite some commotion on the sea haven in the marketplace, around the marketplace. Specifically, at this point, I know that the Pigglesworth has built a flying Luftballon. Yeah, Luftballon is a German word for balloon. Hot air balloon. And I also know that Nashcrafter has done not one, but 2 hot air balloons in the community area. So I'm kind of considering that this is them moderately stepping into my territory, and maybe in some kind of further episode I should probably punish such behavior and prevent them from you know, prevent them from taking over the airspace around the city. After all, I'm just designated space not space. I'm not space pirate. I'm just sky pirate at the moment. Space piracy is in the future, in the near future, is if everything goes well. Yo ho ho and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we might consider paying a visit into the sea haven in one of the next episodes, especially since I promised to repay the Die King for his die monopoly. So, you know, if you have any ideas for how to prank Cirque, do tell. I'm Honestly, I have this little notebook with all of my plans and ideas for this particular series. Yeah, it has quite some. So, with that out of the way, I'm thinking that's quite enough of work for one video. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do leave a like. If you aren't subscribed yet, do subscribe to this channel. My name has been Zloyxp. This has been Decidedly Vanilla. To be continued.